You know, I wasn't even supposed to record this video. Oh, ow! I'm not, by the way, I'm wearing something. I'm not, I'm not, you relax, okay? So either way, I just came back from the gym, you know, and yeah, so I wasn't supposed to make this video. And, because I'm supposed to be reading, I'm supposed to be learning, I'm not supposed to be recording content. But for some reason, this was just stuck in my head. So I'm just gonna go record the video. I don't care how much my brain is trying to overthink or telling me, yo, maybe you shouldn't record. I think that's just shaitan. So I'm gonna record anyway. And I think I need to talk about this, okay? So let me give you a quick story. So I've been wanting to quit this channel. I think my old video, not old video, but my recent video that I uploaded, the last video I uploaded, I don't know why I couldn't say that. Yeah, so that video, honestly, just, I was saying how at the starting of the video, I was saying how I wanted to quit the channel. I want to stop the channel. And the reason why I want to stop the channel is just because of the very reason that, and I'll give you two reasons. Number one, because of business opportunities, and number two, the lack of reception, that I've been getting. And I'll be honest, like I'm here to be honest with every single one of you here. Okay, I want to be completely blunt and honest. I don't know, sorry, I have ADHD. I keep checking. I don't think. Okay, so I keep, looking at the reception, like, and what I mean by reception isn't necessarily like, oh my god, Mahi, you have changed my life. Like, I don't need people to comment stuff like that. I really appreciate it. Like some people have really said like, yo, your videos have truly, like, genuinely helped me. And I'm just like, bro, may Allah bless you, and and it's through Allah that the video helped you. I just talked. But at the end of the day, everything goes back to Allah, right? All the credit goes back to Allah Azza wa Jal. But I don't need people to comment, oh my god, Mahi, you're like life changing. I don't need people to comment that. I don't even need people to comment at all. But I guess this thing I've been getting was just like, I felt like every single time I was making a video, every single time I spoke, every single time I gave advice, it felt like I was talking to a wall. It felt like I was talking, and again, this is just probably my fault. I'm not blaming any of you guys, but I felt like I was just talking to a wall. There is no reception, there is no feedback, there is no questions, there's no this. And I was just like making these videos such as like, hey, not, I wouldn't say hey, but I would be like, the best way to do this, or like, for example, like how to transform your life in 2 weeks. And, you know, people, I'm guessing, found benefit in that last video. I mean, it did decent compared to my other videos, like numbers wise, which doesn't really matter anymore. Like, I'm not even looking at the views anymore, but that's for a different topic. Either way, I'm just trying to say, like, the video, or the videos rather, like, it just felt like I was just talking to a wall. And I know my friend Adnan was saying this yesterday. There's a lot of people who watch videos that really don't comment, that really don't, and I'm actually one of them. Typically when I watch videos, I don't comment, right? I don't comment on them, so that's fine. But I don't know. It felt like what I was saying, the tips I was giving, it went in one ear of the viewer and out the other, from the average viewer. Obviously, there's gonna be some people who actually take the action. One of my biggest missions, actually, is to get people to actually take action. Is not to just be in this wishy-washy state of like, yeah, you'll be fine. Yeah, it's okay if you fell off. Like, oh, just keep watching those videos. Like, there's so many times. This is syndrome. It's called a self-help, I don't know, like syndrome. It's like or the self-help trap, where people just keep watching these reminders. People keep watching these videos. People keep watching. They keep on watching these beneficial videos, but they never change anything about themselves because they feel so productive while watching these videos. They're just like, yeah, bro. Like, I like, for example, like, I'll be honest. Like, I used to know this guy. I mean, I still know him, but like, this person. He was in my class for university. Like, I think a year ago. I think it was a year ago or almost 2 years ago. And I always, and this is when I was on self-improvement, so like I just told him, like, bro, like, stop scrolling, like, don't scroll. And I gave him the reasons for why. Like, he would come to class the next day, he could barely focus on the teacher. He would have headaches. He could barely focus on the teacher. He can barely focus on work. He wasn't performing like himself. He wasn't growing himself. He was just the mediocre person. I'm not trying to downplay or talk behind his back. I'm just stating, that he used to pull up to class, literally couldn't focus a single bit, or couldn't focus on the teacher, or just felt awful. And I told him, you are literally overstimulating your brain by scrolling. And he's like, yeah, 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 yeah. But then he also used to tell me, like, bro, but like, I watch Islamic reminders on Instagram. Like, Instagram is really good for like Islamic knowledge. And the first thing I told him was, okay, let me be honest with you, but do you think that the scholars of the past could be a scholar by watching 30 to 60-second reels on Instagram? Do you think that the knowledge that they possess could have been learned from 30 to 60-second reels on Instagram? And he knew in the back of his mind, obviously not. Right? Who could do that? Who's gonna become a scholar? Through watching TikTok reels. Otherwise, why aren't the scholars doing that now? I mean, that would have been a game changer, bro. I would have done it. Good things take time. Good things take effort, which is why it's good. A scholar is a scholar because he is amongst the various students of knowledge the most capable. He's reached a higher level because he's put in more efforts and more work for the sake of Allah. So this goes back to show like, guys, let's not lie to ourselves. When we watch these self-help videos, let's not lie to ourselves. Genuinely, let's not lie to ourselves. Let's not just like say, oh yeah, but I'm learning. Like, these videos, oh yeah, like I watch these videos all the time. I watch Mahi all the time. But then if you watch my videos and you still state the same, there's probably two things. That's the issue. Number one, maybe my advice is bad. But I genuinely believe it's not bad because people have told me that they've improved from my advice. And most of my advice comes from me. I mean, most of my advice literally comes from what I've done. And I'm not trying to boast, but I've changed a lot, alhamdulillah, from where I used to be. In almost every single regard. Or the second issue that I'm seeing right now, maybe most people are not taking the advice and actually applying it to their lives every single day. Maybe the advice isn't being taken. The reason why I almost quit is because of this reason that maybe I wasn't giving value. And now, alhamdulillah, I realize I'm just gonna record as authentic as I possibly can. Most of my videos now, it's just gonna be me speaking. Like, I've had a big issue with being authentic on camera and being authentic in life in general. Like, I always tried to act differently. I always tried to be differently because I wasn't secure with who I was or how I spoke or my real self. And even my videos for the past 1 to 1.5 years that I've been making videos, almost 2 at this point, almost 1.5, I haven't really been myself, right? I try to emulate other YouTubers. I try to emulate other people. I try to emulate like different topics and whatever. Now all I can do is like, now I'm just like, alhamdulillah, I fixed my sort of, with the permission of Allah, I fixed my authenticity issue. Because now I can just come on here and I don't really need to act anymore. Like it's actually so beautiful. Like, I don't need to act anymore. I don't need to think about the next line I'm gonna say. I don't need to think about the next thing I'm gonna be like, what is the next thing I can say that can make the viewer like me more or something. Like, I don't need to do that. I just kind of come on here and just speak as I regularly do. Like, I'm just like, one of my things I was telling Adnan and Zaid when I was with them yesterday. That was an amazing time, by the way, bro. If you haven't watched that vlog or like day in the life, bro, you're missing out, bro. Like, that was such a fun time. Like, bro, I wish we stayed there so much longer, but may Allah bless Adnan and Zaid for coming along and like spending time together. I'm grateful to have people like them in my life. But Alright, let's not get too sentimental for a reason. For like, let's not do that. But going back to the topic, I was talking to Adnan. I was telling him like, bro, guys, like, and Zayd as well. I was like, guys, like, you don't need to all of a sudden, the camera's recording. Oh my god, I see a red dot. Oh my god, guys, like, because with my camera, there's a red like circle that tells you that I'm recording. So right now I can see it, and they saw it and like they heard the sound of it turning on. They heard the sound of it recording, and I'm not saying they were dramatic, but I'm saying like I can see like a little bit of a shift, and they even said it themselves. They're like, guys, like they're like, Mahi, like I'm not used to a camera seeing like recording me. There's people watching me, and I'm just like, guys, like Adnan, Zayd, like it's not hard to be authentic because all it is just another human being on the other side of the screen. It's just a human. It's just a human. It's just a boy, or it's just a girl, it's just a like a woman or a man. Like it's just another human being on the other side of the screen. That's it. You don't need to think about, oh my god, how do I present myself? No, 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 no. It's just another human being. And I don't need to act differently or present myself differently for a random human being. They're not anything more special than me. Sure, they're amazing human beings, but like, you're probably an amazing human being, but you're not special than me, and I'm not more special than you. We're just companions. We're just human beings, right? But it seems like I'm shirtless, bro. I'm not shirtless, bro. It's it seems like I'm shirtless. You're just another human being. I'm just another human being, and I don't need to think or act or do things that are different because you're just a human being. You're not Donald Trump watching this. You're not, and even if it was Donald Trump, or the others, or I don't know, Camilla, whatever Harris, or like Biden or something. I don't like any of them. But if it was a president or prime minister of Canada, if he came to my house, like, if he came to my house, I still like, I know maybe like, oh my god, it's prime minister, but I should not be pedestalizing him. Even though it would make sense because he's the prime minister, but he's just a human being. And that's my entire motto now with this YouTube and with you guys watching me every single day. My motto is, I don't need to please any one of you. And I know how harsh that sounds. I don't mean it in this harsh way that you're thinking. I don't need to please any one of you, and you don't need to please me. You don't need to please me. I don't need to please you. I don't need to please you, which I've been trying to do because I'm a people pleaser. I used to be one, big one, actually, like a notorious people pleaser. Always thinking about, oh my god, like, how can I just keep him happy? How can I? And yet, the more people you please, the more people that go and get away from you. The more people you're trying to like, and I'm not gonna use explicit words, astaghfirullah, but the more people you're trying to like make them happy and milk them, astaghfirullah, you know what I'm trying to say, like, the more they just like don't respect you. And that's what I believe my YouTube channel was and has become recently. The idea of I'm just trying to make these videos to please these people who don't even respect me. That's how I feel about a lot of the viewers that maybe don't watch me, but that are subscribed to me. The people that watch me are the real ones. You are the real one. But the people who are just subscribed to me and who forgot about me, I don't need to go and act differently and be differently just to go and please you. And when I was sitting at my desk and I was just like thinking like, yo, make this video, because you need to make this video. The reason, like, I was literally like, I wasn't even supposed to be recording right now. I'm supposed to be reading. But the reason why I had to make this video is because of this very fact. The only thought that was in my mind going into this video was, I don't need to please anyone except Allah Azza wa Jal. And of course, be dutiful and please my parents as well. But like, that's different. I mean, like, the average person. Like, I don't need to please them. And my all I care about is value now, alhamdulillah. And all I care about is impact. And all I care about is just me coming up to the camera, turning it on, speaking with you, or you guys rather, because many people, alhamdulillah, and giving my best advice based off my life. And as long as it hits someone, without me needing to change or act or think different, with if I can just speak like this, how I speak to my friends. This is how I speak to Zaid and Adnan. You can ask them. Like, this is how I speak. If I can speak to them in the same way, and it benefits them, inshallah, it's gonna benefit someone watching this video. And if I can do that, that's all that matters. But I don't need to go please people. I don't need to go and change up who I am. If people don't like my content, they can unsubscribe, and they've been unsubscribing. Let them unsubscribe. Don't really care. They weren't meant to take my content. They weren't meant to take the advice. So from now on, I'm literally just going to be recording raw videos, giving my best advice based off my life as a 21-year-old university student, trying to become his most capable self, trying to accomplish something in his life, trying to escape the mediocre life that is so common and that most people fall into, and just document that journey. You know, I have so many ideas just written down, things to share, like the other time when I was getting a coffee. Like, there's just two, like, and I'm gonna make another video about this. I'm not gonna say it, but I'm deriving so many ideas and so many lessons now, alhamdulillah. So that's what I want to make this video for. Hopefully this was beneficial. Hopefully this gave you more insight into what's going on with the channel. And I'll see you soon, bro, or sister, I guess. But yeah, assalamu alaikum, love you.